5 people are now facing charges in connection with the death of former One Direction singer Liam Payne. Prosecutors say a person identified as Payne's representative, as well as the hotel's manager and its head of reception, are facing manslaughter charges. A hotel employee and a local waiter are also facing charges for supplying Payne with cocaine during his stay. The late singer died in October after falling from the balcony of his hotel room in Buenos Aires. The judge said Payne had been in the hotel lobby intoxicated minutes before his fall. Payne had spoken openly about his struggles with substance abuse and his mental health. So let's discuss this. I'd like to bring in Rob Shooter, host of the Naughty But Nice podcast. Rob, great to see you. First, 5 people now facing charges. Is that a surprise to you? Why do you think we're seeing these charges now?
Good question. No, it's not a surprise. Many people were involved in the final days, the final hours of Liam's tragic passing. And so the reason we're finding this out now is that investigators, police, really took their time. They looked at cell phone records. They looked at video footage. A hotel is a place with a lot of cameras in the hallways, in the lobby. So my sources are telling me they really went through this very carefully. He's a big celebrity. They don't want any mistakes here. And now they believe that they have enough evidence to not only charge these 5 individuals, but also to convict them.
I was just going to ask you that. Do you think all of these people will be convicted? Is it possible maybe some will, others will not?
Yeah, it's a really complicated issue here. When people die of a drug overdose, whether they be celebrities or regular folks like you and I, there's a big question, and the jury and the judge has to decide this. The person taking the drugs, are they responsible? Is the person supplying the drugs responsible? This is a question that I think we've seen in celebrity circles for a very long time. Nobody's claiming that Liam was forced these drugs. He has acknowledged that he had substance abuse issues for a really long time. So the question now is, was it his fault? Was it others' fault, or was it everybody's fault?
Well, Rob, you just said he acknowledged that he had issues, and he had been open about his struggles. Do you think that in any way influenced these charges that we're now seeing?
Well, now they certainly can say, and we have the evidence for this, that everybody around Liam knew he struggled. Nobody can claim they provided drugs with him as a favor, as something to do that they didn't believe would be harmful, because he has been so honest about his drug use. I think everybody that was involved in this, everybody that provided him drugs, they knew this was a ticking time bomb. So I think this is certainly going to help the prosecution.
And, what are the implications here going forward, do you think, Rob? Do you think this will in any way have some potential positive impact?
Yeah, I think now people are going to be very cautious. We've had this debate over guns in America. Can you sue a gun manufacturer? Can you sue somebody who sold the gun as well as the person who shot the gun? And I think that's the debate now that we're having about drugs, celebrities, regular people. If you die of a drug overdose, is the dealer, is the drug dealer, or the people that enabled you, are they also liable? The results of this prosecution are going to be really big. It could change the way we talk about substance abuse.
Yeah, and that would only be beneficial. Well, host of the Naughty But Nice podcast, Rob Shooter, thank you so much and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my friend. See you soon on more hopeful subject, hopefully.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.